Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so let's start up a battle, and we're starting a new game today. I'll get this. We almost all. Okay. Oh, this is done. I think I'll get this because on Thursday I'll stream. Yeah. I will stream 2 days, more and Wednesday because I'll have classes, but Thursday I won't have classes. This Thursday. Yeah. Only this Thursday one. After that, next Thursdays I will. Actually, wait, let me check the dates. Alright. This Thursday is the 8th. Okay, this week I won't have it. Next week is 15, right? Then the week afterwards is 22nd. On 22nd of December, I'm not sure whether I'll have classes or not. I know on the I think on the 23rd I won't have them for sure, but I'm not sure. I think on 28th, 22nd I will have classes. I think I'll have to check. They'll tell us either way, but yeah. Okay. The game is kind of loud, by the way. Like, time to decrease volume, and also my volume is really low. Alright, let's check this. I don't know whether you can die in this game, we'll see. Since it's a point-and-click game, probably you cannot. But we have, alright, 0 current deaths. Alright, can see it, can hear it. Wait, what? The game will autosave frequently, starting a new game will overwrite any previous ones. Look at the text down at the bottom left, it's so hard to read. Okay, the game. Belladonna, no, it's wrong. I tried to this too.
Oh, the physical sensation. Pain? I'm alive? That's odd. I don't feel alive. What's going on? I have no memories of anything before this point in time. My mind is tabula rasa. Yet, I have a language. I seem to be in some laboratory of sorts. Maybe I can find out what happened if I look around.
Oh, the game is kind of... I'll reduce the audio a little bit. Alright, you can see it, you can hear it, hopefully a bit quiet enough. I didn't expect the game to have like a voiced audio, I don't know why. I don't know. I thought it wouldn't have voiced. Oh, I cannot see. Sure. What's my inventory? I have a journal. Not sure what I'm gonna collect here, but we'll see. It looks nice. It looks like kind of clean in a way, you know? Yeah. Okay. Bar, green jar. Yeah, I didn't expect to have voiced. Oh, because of those species. Look at that. I didn't expect it to have voice signs.
A torture device turned into a strange machine. What kind of place is this?
Stretch arm.
My very first memory is waking up on this thing. Before that, nothing.
Nothing.
I wonder what I am.
It kind of looks weird, like that thing on the back of it. Hey, can you turn? Wait, she can. Oh, it's kind of funny. It's just there. Bookshelf.
Books. A lot of natural philosophy and chemistry. Something by an M.W. Shelley.
Oh, yeah, Rockets. We're gonna have to search here because I cannot highlight everything that we can. This is obviously highlighted, but
Now's not the time.
no, it's not the time. It's always the time for science. Brain in a jar, toolbox.
It's a brain in a jar. I wonder what it's thinking. I have no idea what's inside of this, but it glows.
Galvanic experiment.
It looks like the
Which
legs
one
of a
is-
frog hooked up with wires. And
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it moves when I'm not watching.
Oh, this is when you poke with electricity in it and it moves.
I love magnets.
How do you know you love magnets when you don't know what's going on? I got a magnet.
I need... That won't work. Nothing happens.
Let's inspect. Yeah.
There's a screwdriver in this toolbox.
Better
Better take
take
it.
Alright, we got a screwdriver, we got a magnet with set for life. There's no settings. Okay, I want to see what I could change. I know, maybe sensitivity a bit. Journal page.
There's a handwritten note here. Maybe it can shed some light on my situation.
Oh, it's my turn. Alright. I cannot read this. Wolfram von Trollsklaus. Oh, that's Wolfram von. This I have no idea. It is with shaking hands and heavy heartbeats I gather before me the instruments of my last desperate attempt. I find myself on the threshold of my toils, a turning point. For should I fail tonight, I doubt I shall find the strength and resolve to continue. At my feet now lays the lifeless remains of my beautiful Belladonna. A few hours ago, my wife was alive and well. Now, she has been cut open, dissected, altered, and artificially reconstructed. From the second she gave up her final breath, I have worked tirelessly to preserve and prepare her corpse, that I might infuse a spark of being back into her lifeless limbs. This is the final test of all my research and experimentation the past 5 years. The complete revivification of a human being. That's a lot of BNFs. Body and soul. The anxiety I feel is agonizing. I cannot let it hinder me from carrying out what I must do. For my own sake, of course, this procedure must not fail. In my feverish dreams, my wife appears as such a lovely creature, so far removed from this creation before me. Her cheeks, once so full of laughter, are now pale almost to the point of transparency, with the skin stretched so thin over the cranium it threatens to rip at any moment. Her eyes would shine like the night sky, but are now empty, watery, and yellowish. I have to cling to my conviction that she will regain her former grace and vitality once she is brought back to the realm of the living. Her eyes will light up with the flame of life, a Promethean flame stolen from the very gods. From this night on, man. That's a night. Okay, from this night on, man shall be the master of his own destiny, and God shall no longer be above us. As I write, the engines of life are finally heating up. The last of the preparations coming into order, the crucial moment is ever approaching. The future has come. Success! The attempt was a success. She's alive. So where did he go? I cannot unscrew this or
I need something else.
like a screwdriver?
That won't work.
No. You can pick this up. Yeah, be very careful not to miss anything, cause skull.
A human skull or a paperweight.
I don't know. Right.
This oil looks expensive. Let's waste it.
Nice. I mean, I like her attitude. It's expensive, so let's waste it. You know. Foil. That's
That
going to
makes
live.
no sense.
Yeah, of course it does. Duh, if I do it, it makes sense. Alright, I think I got whatever supplies I can. Gargoyle.
That is one ugly gargoyle. Looks like a George to me.
Dude, why is she roasting Georges like that? Tank.
The door won't budge. It seems to be barred from the other side. I might be able to unscrew these hinges, though.
Unscrew them.
The screws on these hinges are rusty and stuck. I need some lubricant to loosen them up.
Loosen them up. Magnet.
Interesting, but no.
You can see the game right there. I'm just checking.
I smeared some oil on the rusty screws. That should loosen them up.
Alright. Screwdriver.
I'm free.
No, I haven't played the point click in a while. Bit more. Bit of armor.
What a dedicated knight to guard
I
a
see
damn
another one
dungeon
there.
like this. Maybe he was demoted. Maybe he likes the dark. Maybe he's secretly a poet. I bet his name is Roland.
I like naming things.
I need something else.
Like a screwdriver.
I need something.
That's a bed? Who would sleep there? On the beach.
Another piece of paper. This was written long before the last one.
Work is going great. Kept the rat alive for 1 hour and 26 minutes last night. We'll move on to larger mammals within the week. I find my life more and more polarized into two phases. Remember times when I used to climb up and down the stairs like a squirrel each day. But now I spend most of my time, and indeed most of my thoughts, down here in my laboratory. Only to step upstairs at night to sleep. It is warm upstairs in the living area, but it is boring and understimulating. Down here is where I make progress. Down here is what matters. And as I lay awake beside my sleeping wife, I often wish I was down here with my experiments. You know, that's kind of awkward, you know. I'd rather walk around some dead rats than sleep with my wife. He's got his priorities straight. Belladonna grows increasingly distant. Oh yeah, I wonder why. Ever since that fateful night, when our baby Lucas gave up his last breath, he has lost all traces of her old self. God knows what she's thinking about, as she silently gazes into the empty air or restlessly paces back and forth in the great hall. I, at least, am working with my grief. I have turned my attention to the science of life and death. And not a day goes by when I do not think of how my son was ultimately taken from me. This is the thought that drives me. And this, the greatest of ambitions. This is the thought. Wait. The greatest of ambitions, my own son will never return. I have accepted that now. But thanks to me and my work, the cold. Wait, and my work, the cold. What? Ruthless contrast between living and death, who will in the future be much softer, maybe even completely erased. My wife, though, has let out grief devour her whole. She's emotionally and intellectually paralyzed, it seems to me. All her creativity and quickness of her thought, the wittiness of her speech, and the nimble way she used to jump from one conclusion to the next. All those qualities that made me fall in love with her in the first place, they have all been snuffed out like the flame of a candle. This makes me wonder even more why I bother go up to her bed every night. The shell in which she has enclosed herself cannot be breached by anything I say or do. It is almost as though she's involved with someone other than me. I feel ridiculous for even writing it down. No, it seems ridiculous to think that Belladonna's disinterest in me is due to her seeing another man. I'll not accuse her of that. It is just one of the many strange ideas that seems to be in my head when I'm down here by myself. I'm probably just tired. I'd better try to get some sleep as soon as this rat's heart stops beating.
There's a long stick here. Perhaps it was used to try to chase away rats when trying to sleep.
So he started sleeping here instead of going all the way up.
It looks like someone has been sleeping quite a lot in this sorry excuse for a bed, and it was hardly the suit of armor. But why would someone choose to sleep down here?
And if I slept in this bed, I would die on the first night. I would literally roll over and freaking and just bonk myself on the stone down here. Yeah. I've got a stick, right? Can I stick it in the night?
That won't work.
Why not? Yeah? No, there's no fast travel. It's fine. Another journal page.
More writings from the lonely doctor.
Curse my miserable existence, the hopelessness from which I see no conceivable escape. I cannot rid myself of the feeling that there is something of utmost importance that I need to take care of, but that it is not yet time. That something beyond my control needs to be completed first. I carry inside me a sensation of waiting, yet I cannot name the thing I am waiting for. In the meantime, all I can do is work. I do make progress, but at an excruciatingly slow rate. Nothing I accomplish seems to calm the anxiety in my head. I sleep only a few hours every night and cannot remember my last hot meal. I am feverish and jump at the smallest of sounds. What is it that I'm missing? I'm spending more and more time down here with my research. I only occasionally go upstairs to sleep in the master bedroom. Most nights I sleep, if at all, in a makeshift bunk I have constructed in the cellar. Yeah, the one we saw. It is not as comfortable, but my research sheet is at a point where it is often times required my constant attention, and comfort is not my priority. I'm certain I am advancing ever closer to a significant breakthrough, but it is as though I am powerless to control, or even the rate of its occurrence. And on top of this, I cannot rid my mind of the idea that Belladonna has forgotten me and taken a new lover, a new man in her life, someone more lively than me perhaps, someone who can still look at life with joy and optimism, march her on by great tragedy, unaffected humor. Yet who would that be? I can remember friends we used to have. In my memory, our wedding was a crowded and festive event, but it has been years since this castle has seen any visitors. I have no time for social obligations, and Belladonna seems to have given up on everything that is pleasant in life. I suspect the castle is in undesirable condition as well. Almost all of the staff has left us. We are down to one girl who does the cupboards and lights the fireplace, but I don't see much of her either in these days. For all I know, she might be gone as well. There cannot possibly be a man in Belladonna's life apart from me. This is what we just read. Okay. So I'm guessing this is like the order. Ooh, this is like the last one. They happen in this order. Wait, if this is where she lives, all of these must be after she is alive. Also look at these. These are connected like this. Oh, this is different though. It's like something different. Exit. Is it locked? There's a lock.
Another locked door.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek through.
Key. I want to see what she says.
It's the key I'm after. I can't reach it with my hands. I wonder what I can invent to retrieve it.
Invent, so you can't just
The
use
stick
the
is
key.
long enough to reach the key, but how will I grab it?
Oh, you just... Oh, the magnet.
Look, I can attach the magnet to the end of this stick.
Dude, I can craft.
Let's hope this works. Haha, just as planned.
Don't click.
I got the basement key.
That's why you should always give a basement key. I don't know, pity that you can't, I don't know, like, Usually with right click, oops, you can stop it. You can have them say something. Why did it sound like that? Nothing scary happened. Cogwheels, nail.
This is the nail from which I skillfully lifted the basement key.
Take it. Exit valve.
A couple of cogwheels on the floor. They must have fallen off the mechanism when the door slammed shut. I wonder if I can put them back.
Strange inscriptions. Let's
More
check the
letters.
journal.
Has he figured it out yet?
Okay. I see now that my suspicions have all been grounded, albeit aimed in the wrong direction. Belladonna is not seeing another man. She's seeing a woman. That's kind of funny. I'm convinced that it must be that maid, Claire, or whatever her name might be. She and Belladonna are up to something. I'm sure of it. And to think of all the hours I'm stuck down here, caught up in my dreadful work, leaving them free to roam and left to their own devices upstairs. Of course, they have found each other. Only living things in this whole castle besides me and my week-long rabbits. They have it all figured out. When I come up at night, they act all innocent, keeping their mutual secret from me as a playful game. But as soon as I descend into the laboratory, they're in each other's arms again. But what can I do? The progression of events are beyond my control, just like my work. I slave away in my ghoulish endeavor, making progress every hour, but never getting anywhere, and simultaneously, Belladonna is slipping away from me, further and further for every night, and yet nothing ever changes. Should I confront them? Storm up there, hoping to catch the two of them in the act. Take back the life that was mine, the wife that was mine. No, I have no reason for my silly suspicions, no evidence whatsoever. Merely a thought stuck in my brain, refusing to leave. So I remain passive, as always, and each new day is one more where I am unable to make an action, unable to change my wretched situation. Okay. So this is like the first journal. This is something else. Like it doesn't seem to be connected to this. Oh.
Nothing happens.
Strange inscriptions.
There are some minuscule inscriptions on the wall here.
I'll check them out. Oh, never mind. I don't need to. Big here. Okay. Square circuit, triangle circuit. One. Triangle is two. What? Oh wait, never mind. I have to match them, right? But what's the inscription for? Oh, does it want me to place them in that order? Yeah. Alright, how simple. To the basement! I'm sure I cannot pick up that nail.
I don't know why I thought that would work.
Because
This is the
someone's
nail from which I skillfully lifted.
Oh, the nail. Portrait. Ooh, another journal page. Let me have it.
The doctor is losing it. He's just scribbling down nonsense by now. What will he do if he ever acts on his wild suspicions?
Oh, she finally commented on the journal. That's nice. She wasn't really saying anything else besides, I don't know, the first journal page. She said something there. Right. It is clear to me what I must do. I am now convinced beyond any reasonable doubt that my wife is unfaithful. They still hide it very well. And that housemaid. My logical mind tells me there is no other explanation. For countless hours I have pondered the situation. The more I think about it, the more certain I become that my judgment is correct. These countless hours are hours I could have spent thinking about my work. It is clear to me that I will never be able to fully concentrate on the puzzles at hand as long as my thoughts keep creeping back to my wife and her new lover. This is the very reason that my research is progressing at such an agonizingly slow pace. Of course that's the reason, buddy. Of course it is. Alright. So it is clear to me what I must do. Belladonna herself is the person who I want back into my life. so I cannot punish her. That leaves her lover, the young maid. She's unimportant, and it is she that must go. Didn't she say that? I don't know. I don't think she said she was a kid, but kind of sounds like that. So, you know, that would seem kind of bad. Even if yeah, Alright. I could fire her and throw her out of the household, but I fear this would not resolve anything. The two of them would still know of each other, and they could write secrets, forbidden love letters, or meet up at secluded rendezvous. No, it is clear to me what I must do. I must get rid of the maid for good. A plan is already taking form in my head. In the greenhouse out back, I keep a lot of plants and herbs. One of the specimens I have called is deadly nightshade, an interesting plant with many medical uses, but its renown comes from the fact that its extract is lethal already at small doses. Preparing a powder from this poisonous plant is not at all problematic. Getting the victim to ingest the dose will be a challenge, but I expect to have ample opportunity. They, they are not aware I know the truth, and thus suspect nothing. The maid will fall ill, and within a short time she will die of seemingly natural causes. No one will be the wiser considering the true circumstances of her demise. Deadly nightshade is merely the common name for this plant. Its scientific name is Atropa belladonna. So his wife's name is Belladonna, and coincidentally, this lethal plant is called Belladonna too. The symmetry strikes me as beautiful. The poor girl strayed too close to the Belladonna. That would be the death of her. Alright. And I'm guessing that he killed her. He killed Belladonna with the Belladonna. And that's, yeah. That's how we came to this. Fireplace. This looks pretty cozy. Look at that fireplace.
A big and heavy candlestick.
That's
It looks
creepy.
like there used to be two
Portrait.
of them. It's a mortar. And a pestle, too. They seem to belong here, but I'll remember where they are in case I need them another time.
Okay, fireplace.
It's warm. I haven't realized until now just how cold my body is.
Because you're
The
dead,
label
mate.
says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss.
George
So this is the man who brings the dead back to life. He looks as though he would have been handsome once. The label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss. The label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss.
Trauerschloss.
So the label says
Trauerschloss.
Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss.
Trauerschloss.
The
Trauerschloss.
label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss.
Trauerschloss. Well, dude, this is so.
The label says Dr. Wolfram von Trauerschloss. So
Trauerschloss. This is so hard to pronounce.
a beautiful china bowl.
I tried
It
my
looks hand
best.
painted.
Ooh, a bowl. I
The
can get
name
some
on the
cereal.
plaque is Lucas von Trauerschloss.
Don't
This
say
must
that
be the
name again,
ashes of
please.
Wolfram's
Just call
son.
him Wolfram. That's his son's ashes. That's kind of weird, mate. You're keeping them in like the dining room. I guess it's in the sentimentality, but that's kind of weird. No page.
This story is so sad. I don't even know if I want to read this one.
Yeah, he kills Belladonna most likely. Alright, okay, let's read. My wife took away what made death harder than I had expected, further confirming my suspicions that they were indeed having a secretive love affair. Oh, never mind, he didn't kill her. Alright. She's passionate and irrational, raging all day and crying all night. Where a few months ago, the cold shroud of silence lay over the house. Now there is the wailing shrieks of bedlam. One should think that she would be used to dealing with the grief of lost loved ones by now. Dude, this guy. However, in all sincerity, I don't believe she was ever as affected by the death of her only son as I was. I also suspect that she might have guessed that I had something to do with her lover's demise. If she wouldn't talk to me before, now she yells and barks at my every movement. I hardly leave my laboratory these days. I even have a small bed down there, I sleep the few hours when I'm not working. All the while, she prowls around the upstairs like a hungry tiger and attacks me over futile nitpicks as soon as I poke my head out. What happened to the love we shared when we married? We were going to live together in her inherited castle. We're going to have children together. Now all I get is abuse and a cold bed in the basement. All I want is for things to go back to the way they were before all this. Kinda late, but yeah. Alright, there's the barrel. Should have thought of that before, killing the girl. We're in danger. Let's hold that fast. Oh, I got a card. I've got a card. I think I'm from the game. Alright, let's try again. Also, my cat is here. Is he sleeping? Yeah, he's sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. Let's start again. I don't know when the next event is gonna up. It's probably gonna be like a Christmassy one. Alright, let's place there's still so many. We need to kill these portals first. There's so many. Okay. Let's keep going. It's kind of weird. No, alright, let's say.
A dead body.
Oh, music. Let's check the journal page first.
This letter is signed Belladonna. I've been waiting to hear the other side of this story.
That's probably the other part. Belladonna von Charles Sloss, I think. You can see the handwriting is like more, I don't know. Handwriting. Oh no, that word again. Alright, I'll try and best read it. Okay, let's wait. If you had asked me just a few years ago about my future, I could never have fathomed my life today would be as it is. So strange a path has the twist of fate. So strange a path has the twist of fate set me upon, that I wake every morning bewildered. Like a small child, I expect anything and everything to happen during each day. The night my planned future snapped out of joint and took a whole new direction was the night when my son Lucas died. I married Dr. Wolfram von Schloss. Schloss. Yeah. In the spring, and we loved each other deeply back then. How young we were. He was an educated gentleman from the University of what is that? In Ingolstadt. Ingolstadt. And I had first assumed we would get a flat in Vienna. Instead, he convinced me we should live in my family's old castle and accept our roles as old-fashioned nobility to the little village down the hill. We moved into the castle with a staff of 30 servants, beginning the task of breathing life and joy into the majestic halls. At this time, I expected to live out my life as a lady of the household, minding the servants and, indeed, raising children. Before long, our first son was born, and shortly after that, he once again departed. I was devastated, of course, but Lucas had been sickly from his first day, and even though my husband had blocked out the possibility from his mind, I was not entirely surprised when it happened. Nonetheless, it changed us. I believe Wolfram blames me for what happened, that he thinks it was somehow my fault. He retreated into his laboratory in the old dungeon and started doing unholy experiments and God knows what. Those were dark times. Instead of a household and a child to take care of, I now had no guests, practically no husband, and no child. Everything I thought would occupy my time was gone, and all I could do was grieve in solitude. The castle staff left one by one, until there were only a handful still here. My existence was meaningless, and I spent my days doing nothing. But I dealt with my grief in my own way, and in time the claws of melancholy began loosening their grip on me. In so many ways, I have Clara to thank for that. Clara is probably the maid. Yeah, this is okay. So this is his journal or journal. This, well, we'll see eventually. Are you okay?
It's the body of Dr. von Trauerschloss.
Huh?
He's dead. And what's more, he's been murdered. But who could have done this? There must be some clues around.
So that his husband Strings journal page.
There's a letter clutched in his hand. His final words? Or a clue left by the killer.
Okay, he's reading it. Over the course of a sleepless night, I have thought through my next course of action from every possible angle. For it is indeed time for me to take action again. Even with the troublesome maid out of the way, I still have a chance of getting my old Belladonna back. If anything, she's worse now than ever before. But I have an idea, one that kept me awake all night. I have come very far in my research by now. I can now fairly predictably create living creatures that are stable enough to not spontaneously die again. This is consistent through many different species of animals. I have noticed something peculiar. Though, the returned creations seem strangely vacant and sluggish. It is as if, although the body is brought back to life, the soul is forever lost. The creation is perfectly functional and responds to stimuli just as if it were truly alive, but the mysterious spark of will seems to be missing. I know no other way to describe the phenomenon. This bothered me before, but now I cannot help but to think that this might suit my needs. Isn't it precisely the strong will of my wife that is causing all my problems? Dude, he's having another. This guy should quit having ideas. He's not really good at it. Well, I can see where this is going. Yeah, there's no need to be poetic with flowers this time. I'm in no short supply of lethal substances in the laboratory, and poison suits my needs well, as it leaves no physical trauma on the body. I will still need to make incisions in the corpse to replace internal organs with clockwork parts, but stitching together surgical cuts is much simpler than trying to repair unhealed bodily damage. The integrity of her visage is a priority. To extinguish Belladonna's current life and give her a new one, bring her body and mind back, mind and soul and free will, a beautiful, obedient automaton, a mechanical doll, with all the functionality of a woman, but who is responsive and does what she's told. That, my dear future reader, would be truly something, would truly be something. I think it is high time I tried my revivification process on a human subject. This guy is not really good at ideas. Oh, it goes like this, and this is the last one. I've almost seen all of his story. Because story. Well, it didn't work out.
The missing candlestick. And it seems to be the murder weapon.
Oh, and we just took it. Nice.
The body is still warm. He cannot have been dead for much longer than I have been alive. Did he have to die for me to live?
Hey, he killed you.
There's something in his pocket.
Didn't you read? Ooh, a key.
It's a small, delicate key. He kept it in the pocket closest to his heart. I wonder what it unlocks.
Tiny key. They said small key. How do I... Oh, back. Grandfather clock. The backyard. Living room study.
It's an old clock. Tick tock, tick tock.
Gargoyles. Where's she going?
Those are a lot of gargoyles. Leupold, Brunhilde, Arthur, Maya, Lena, Ismildor, Ether, and Yosef. In that order.
She doesn't have her memory, but she can literally name every gargoyle. Or does she name them right now, or wait, or does she remember the names? That's the question. Well, I can put it back, and now we can have a pair.
I don't know why I thought that would work.
I feel like the on might.
I need something else.
I don't know. I feel like there might be something in the on.
Interesting, but no.
What?
That makes no sense.
It makes sense. I haven't really taken screenshots in the game. You know what? Maybe let's have like one at least. Let's go to the living room. Well, we can't go there because she's there. Um, that's kind of creepy. You know what? I'll add this spot where I haven't had one in a while, so yeah. This was just kind of super fun. I'll add it as a thing. And wait. Um, what day is it? Date. Just day. Wait, the game. I didn't get any quotes during Warcraft 2. I need to keep attention. And I can add a quote maybe. Nice, we have 24. Bookshelves.
That's a lot of books.
It's Raven.
Imagine you had books filled with every possible combination of letters. I wonder how much room they would take. There's a finite amount of letters, but unless we acknowledge a maximum length of a word, there would still be an infinite number of combinations, and the library would have to be infinitely large.
Well, technically, wait, a book with...
That's a lot of books. Imagine you had books filled with every possible combination of letters.
Every possible combination of letters.
Imagine you...
Wait.
That's a lot of books. Imagine you had books filled with every possible combination of...
Okay, so... Wait. You had 26 letters, right? Yeah, wait. Many alphabets to remember. Oh, the English alphabet has... Yeah, 26. Okay. I was thinking about the correct alphabet. Okay, 26. So... That's a lot. Because first you can have... Okay, every letter by itself, then you have a pair of every letter as well, like A, B, A, C, and so on. Then you can have that with 3s, 4, 5s, and so on. So that will actually be, yeah, a lot.
A stuffed raven atop a bust of Pallas Athena. What a cheerful decoration. Let's call them Annabelle and Dupin.
Bookshelves. No.
Look, a perfect sphere. Let's see if I can get two parallel lines to intersect.
Journal page.
The doctor's handwriting. I know it well by now.
This should be the last one. Months have passed, and I must indeed conclude that the procedure was a success. The new Belladonna is certainly calmer, friendlier, and more docile. She gladly keeps me company in the laboratory nowadays, and she's polite and pleasant in everything she does. One is tempted to describe her demeanor as lobotomized, but no. When I ask her questions, she will answer in a clear and articulated voice, and she's responsive to all kinds of stimuli, so why did he remove her memory? Verily, I have gotten all I could ask for. The troublesome maid is gone, and Belladonna is back with me, compliant as ever, only that she is dead. Her behavior is exemplary. Our lives are returning to that idyllic past I had thought lost, in all aspects except one. No child giggles in these halls, but my research is proceeding rapidly, and the question presents itself. Who needs a womb to create life? I made an unexpected observation, a side effect of the unliving condition. The household cat, a black beast and once Belladonna's loving pet, has gained great mistrust for the latter's new form. The squad has fallen over the animal, and he will not go near the creation. Why is this, I wonder? because it's a corpse. A walking corpse, dude. Why this lack of trust, this sudden and ferocious hatred? Belladonna's appearance seems to me not much unlike what the cat before so fondly gravitated towards, but evidently the beast perceives a difference. As a species, the cat has popularly been associated with witchcraft and mysticism. Their eyes do indeed strike one as remarkable. It is perchance so that the feline oculus is capable of peering into a human soul and spirit, and so, when faced with the created Belladonna, is distracted by the lack of thereof. That's his whole journal. Actually, in his last journal, he wrote about the freaking cat. Nice
I
conclusion.
should sit down and write a story. But with all these journals and diary pages lying around, seems like I already may have.
No, you should have. Toy collection.
Look at all these old toys. Wind-up dolls, music boxes, and mechanical trains all around. I think this used to be a private hobby of the eccentric Dr. Wolfram's, before he got into the whole corpse business.
Yep, and one of the corpses. Portrait.
Another portrait. It says her name is Franziska Canosa, an old relative, no doubt. But I wonder how she relates to the von Trauerschloss family.
The cat. Misuse item.
What an abhorrent cat. It looks at me with pure hate in its eyes. What's that thing it's playing with?
No, it looks like beef jerky.
I'm not
Oh,
going
that
near
cat
that
is
horrible cat. I'll have to get rid of it somehow if I want to proceed. I'm
Wait.
not going near that horrible cat.
Can I get that? I can whoop it with the
Interesting. No.
I can whoop it with the candlestick. Alright. We should do something that no undead creature has ever done before. And that is go to the living room. Oh, there's blood. Oh, the living room looks quite unliving.
Another journal page. This one has drops of blood on it.
Belladonna. Belladonna must think, remember. Hands, fingers, write words, hate. There's quite a few missing links up to this point, so a bunch of things must have happened.
This room looks completely abandoned. I suppose this is what happens when you're down to a skeleton crew of only one maid, no matter how fantastic she is.
The real
It's
woods look
snowing
nice from here.
outside.
Snow,
I have
nice.
no concept of the current year, season, or even geographical location.
Would be quite nice if it snows here. It snowed once, but it was very little. Didn't even pile up.
I don't know why I thought that makes no...
I don't know. I want to see if I can do anything. There's just sheets, right? To the backyard. Wait. Oh, it's snowing. This looks pretty good. So cozy. Ooh. A bowl of milk. Do they live in a freaking graveyard? Is there a castle in a graveyard? Why would your castle be in a graveyard? What? Why would you go around? Oh, okay. Do whatever you want.
Nothing happens.
Alright. I thought maybe I could unlock. Look, she's kind of stuck. Bottle of milk.
There's a bottle of milk out here.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how long it's been here. At any rate, it's frozen completely solid. No
Dude,
wonder
sounds
in this
pretty good. Cosmic, there's a fireplace. I can melt it there and give it to the cat.
One more Belladonna letter. Let's read about this Clara figure.
Oh, that's long. Alright. Clara Stieber was one of the several chambermaids we had when we moved into the castle shortly after the marriage. In the warm light of recent events, I feel as though I could pick her out of a crowd already at this time, but I suspect that the truth is that she was just another servant, one of many, and I didn't pay her close to the attention I know she deserves. I now know she deserves. The time following the death of Lucas is hazy and unclear in my memory, and I spent most of my time in an armchair in the living room, staring out the window. I know how that this must have been a difficult time for the staff as well. My apathy left them without purpose, as more and more of the household was shut down. Soon the cooks and stable grooms began abandoning what they wisely identified as a sinking ship. As more and more of the staff left the castle to seek employment elsewhere, there was less and less reason for the rest to stay, and the household was quickly decimated. But throughout all of this, young Clara never left my side, and she gradually shouldered more and more of the household responsibilities, making it her task to take care of me and nurse me through my melancholy. It was her loyalty and industriousness when everyone else left that finally brought me back from my condition, and indeed, her love. As I now sit down to write, it has been a long, unbroken chain of happy days. Clara and I have the whole castle practically to ourselves, and nothing to do but enjoy our lives and each other. We sleep in a new room every night, cook our own food, and have picnics on the table so in front of the fireplace. We have no incentive whatsoever to uphold convention and norms, but this house has become like a secure pocket inside the rest of reality. In truth, this touches on what I treasure most in Clara. Neither of us reap any concrete benefits from our union, neither financial nor social. There's no embedded purpose of producing heirs. Our relationship exists solely for itself, and is its own reward. I am already adopting her adorable habit of naming inanimate objects. The castle is not quite ours, however. Wolfram still lurks like a ghoul downstairs, and occasionally emerges and spends a night up here with me. Little in common anymore. In fact, he's like a completely new person. His mind is vacant, his stare distant, he's thinner than ever before and shivers with cold. Clara jokingly suggested that we might have him declared mad and sent off to an institution. An innocent idea in her mind, but with some planning, this act might eventually prove to be our surest path to finally reclaiming this old castle for us alone. So neither of them were kind of innocent, to be honest. Like, they were both doing some shady stuff.
This must be the family cemetery. Yet, baby Lucas rests in an urn in the dining room. Why is that?
I don't know. Small grave.
It says Snowflake the pet cat. How cute.
What was the cat called in The Simpsons? Wasn't it? Oh, it was Snowball in The Simpsons, not something.
The stone is so old and the name is worn off.
Like I was exploring this and it just showed this grave and it was like, and I was just talking about the grave.
A note.
Great God, why did why did it not then expire? What? What do you mean expire? What? Why am I here to relate the destruction of the best hope and the purest creation of Earth? It was mere days ago, at the peak of our bliss, when Clara fell ill. She complained of headaches and tiredness, so I made a bed for her and laid her down to rest. For the next few days, I cared for my companion just as she cared for me, and nursed her with all my love and compassion. We believed it was just a passing sickness, and that it would be over shortly. Each morning we thought she was getting better, and each evening we wished she had actually gotten worse. And today, when I entered her bedroom, she was there, lifeless and inanimate, thrown across the bed, her head hanging down. and her pale and distorted features half covered by her hair. In horror, I beheld the body of Clara, my love, so lately living, so dear, so worthy. I rushed towards her and embraced her with my ardor, but the deathly languor and coldness of the limbs told me that what I now held in my arms had ceased to be the Clara whom I had loved and cherished. Alas, what foul curse lies in my gentle touch? I have lost my only child to the darkness, my husband, and to devouring madness, and now my lover has departed this world as well. Is my love truly as poisonous as my ominous name? No, but your husband's poison is quite poisonous. To greenhouse. Open grave.
The tombstone says Clara Stieber. This must be the grave of the wonderful maid I've heard so much about. I can't help but notice that it's been emptied.
Oh, maybe. Oh, wait, that was show, wasn't. Wait, show. Okay. Maybe she rose from the dead. This kind of looks like it was buried in just snow. Oh, look at this. There's no earth around this, right? There's no like soil. There's only snow. So it's like they buried the coffin in just snow. Yeah, it would be quite the unwelcome surprise when the snow melts, you know. Frozen milk. All right, let's melt this. Can I just melt it like this, or?
I'll let it stand by the fire for a while. It's thawed. The milk is now in liquid form.
Nice, we got milk. Let's go get some cereal now. It's so wrong to try this, but
I need something else.
oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go to the cat. We have a candlestick. Wait. Oh, putting in the bowl for the cat.
Milk pours easily.
I forgot cats can't drink from bottles. I never learned how. Also, my cat wants to leave. I think he didn't like that. I don't think he liked being pulled out. Alright, 1 sec so I can let him out. Alrighty. See the game, right? Yeah. I'm in the right category, right? I did change the title. I did. Okay. Perfect. Alright. Here you go.
Okay, so I can give delicious milk to my fearsome adversary, but why would I want to do that?
So the cat
This
leaves you
creature has
alone.
nothing but scorn for me. It would just take my milk and keep attacking me afterwards. Unthankful thing.
She's actually got a point. Cats can be buttholes. Where can I leave it then?
I need something else.
Oh. Oh no.
That's a lot of books.
No, I have no idea in stock. We can go to the greenhouse, right? Belladonna had a Belladonna accident. Well, not Belladonna, but Willow had a Belladonna accident. So, you can't see where this is going, right? Yeah. Alright. What, mausoleum?
What a marvelous mausoleum. The plaque says Francisca Canosa. This must be the resting place of the lady from the portrait in the study.
Angel statue.
2 statues of angels. It seems a bit paradoxical to create statues depicting something that's supposed to be immaterial. Let's call them Justifer and Phi. 2 statues of angels.
Morse, Sarata, I have no idea what that means. Oh, this greenhouse looks pretty nice. Yeah, that's pretty dark. What
More
we're gonna
letters. Can someone tell me what happened to poor Clara?
do? That's still her. I mean, we got all the Wolfen. whatever his name was. Juno, so it's just hers now. Okay. Some time has passed since the demise of Clara. As I calm down and gain control over my emotions, it occurs to me that there's some mysterious circumstances concerning her death. The sickness that came over her was swift and sudden indeed. Admittedly, my own medical knowledge is limited, but it still seems to me that such an instant and terminal change in the body humors should not occur naturally. Could it be that she somehow instead ingested something that made her sick? But what? And from that line of thought, it is not a far leap to wonder if she was murdered. It was long ago that I lost track of the details of my husband's deranged research, but I didn't know he handles lethal substances and obscure chemicals. How easy it would have been for him to slip something into Clara's food. So then, why would he do such a thing? Did he know about our affair? Well, he kinda did. We were we were very careful, but perchance he guessed it despite our efforts. He would not go so far as murder based solely on a guess, would he? We'll do the better in a sec. The distressing truth is, I no longer have any way of telling what Wolfram is capable of. It is of vital importance that these notes never reach any eyes but my own. These are grave accusations I'm scribbling down, and in ways of proof I do not even have anywhere to start looking. And yet, the possibility is there, glowing in its simplicity. I'll say that they did not have the healthiest of relationships. I'd say that they have some, they have something to work on. There's still a lot of enemies. Yeah. Let's try again. What did I have to do? What was my other quest? What's the kill, right? Dude, why is there so many enemies? After we keep losing. Ooh, nachos. We're missing 4 and this one 5 boxes.
Yes, those are indeed boxes.
Alright, glad we agree on something. That's a nightshade. Oh.
A plant, a natural object, standing in a pot, a man-made object. The plant can consume nutrition and grow bigger, and the pot can't. Neither of them can think. So what about me then? I can think, I know that. But am I natural or man-made?
How about both? Oh.
An ordinary pot with some dirt in it. Isn't this a perfectly sufficient tool for creating beautiful life?
Lantern.
This lantern might prove to be the very first thing that actually manages to shed some light on my situation. I'll keep it.
Nice.
That makes no sense.
Hiccups. Basket.
Nothing inside.
Do you have, I don't know, how much? A drop of Belladonna.
Belladonna. This little plant has caused a lot of trouble. For a flower, it's not particularly beautiful, but for a murder weapon, it sure is.
She remembers that, like, I don't know. She kind of remembers some things, but not others. Big tree.
It's a large tree. Looks very peaceful.
Imagine.
Could I have been reincarnated into one of those instead of being forced back into this mess?
Imagine your greenhouse being so big you have a whole tree in it. Journal page.
Look, a journal page was hiding behind the plant.
Sneaky. Did Wolfram murder poor Clara, or did he not? The situation has reached a point where it hardly makes any difference. I still cannot prove anything, but my conviction of his sin is only growing stronger. I cannot look at his face without seeing a murderer, nor not listen to his voice without hearing the words of an evil man. And the coward knows it. He sees the judgment in my eyes, and he shrinks away from it like the rodent he is. Guilty or not, he could not act more like a culprit if he so confessed his crime in the town square. If he was hiding in his laboratory before, he now practically lives there. We both realized that he lacks the courage to meet my gaze. And after that, he simply stopped coming back upstairs. The villain! The fiend! He can rot away in his dungeon, forgotten by the world, his remaining days spent in darkness and solitude. I will not forgive him. How could I, when he has provided me with nothing but misery since the day we met? The living areas of this castle are mine now, and if my husband is incapable of even confronting me, he shall have no benefit from them. Curse my miserable existence. Yep, she's getting angry. So she must have written this after she was brought back to life, I think. So this is before. Okay. So this is her last living journal. Then she got killed by Wolfram, got revived. And that's when she wrote this. Anything else? I'm still kind of loud. Oh yeah, right. Wait.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, I
I'd
kind of
almost
saw
burn
that
the plant
coming.
into a powder first.
Oh, the
Didn't I see a
special.
mortar somewhere in the house?
Yep. You sure did see it. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be dark. Is it dark now? Or did it just stay too much in the bright area and now this looks darker? Mortar and
Let's
pestle.
grind this plant into powder.
That's kind of... Ooh, Belladonna powder.
Is this how Clara died?
Yep. That's kind of sad, because remember that this was the cat that she loved? And now we have to kill it? That's kind of sad, dude. Yeah. Nice, we bring it back. But hey.
Yes, this should put an end to the grim reign of this beast.
Yeah, this was her favorite cat. Spooky. Mysterious item.
Look, it's a key.
What's
And it
like
has
a
a
key?
funny tassel attached to it. No wonder the cat wanted to play with it. The animal must have managed to steal a key somehow.
That's okay. Journal page. Let's read it before we do this.
This is strange. This is Belladonna's signature, but the handwriting is just wrong.
How so? Ooh. Oh, this must be... Oh, no, never mind. I think the previous letter, where it says remember, I think this when she was sick. Alright, maybe? Oh, she was forcibly raised first, and this is after she was raised. Because here she's dead, right? This the soul out of her writing got well, she doesn't have a soul, so the writing is soulless now, right? Because there was like I don't know, some character in the previous writing. Right. I write to exercise my brain. I find that my thoughts become more firm and solid if I force myself to put them down on paper. It doesn't matter what I write, as long as I can learn to think again. Huh? Wait. What is that? Oh, and, that's an A. And to remember, I must try it and remember. I have no idea how long I have been this way, a walking corpse, a mimicry of human life, and unmatched. This is all the doings of my despicable husband. He could not be happier, the villain. He got what he wanted, an obedient wife, a beautiful Galatea that exists solely for his pleasure. If only he knew. These notes are the center of my universe, and I keep them all hidden. He doesn't know. He has no idea. The thought has not occurred to him that I might be thinking again, might be a thinking being, and I intend to keep it that way. I'm slowly and secretly, meticulously pulling my consciousness out of a black void. At first, I truly was a mechanical toy, responsive but never proactive, but gradually I began to regain capacity for thought, and I quickly realized that I needed to keep it a secret. These thoughts were now the only things in the world that truly belonged to me. Beginning to think again was horrible, in many ways even worse than the state of blissful ignorance from which I had just emerged. I only managed to scribble down single, disconnected words at a time, more emotions than thoughts. Impulses, perhaps. My hands and fingers were stiff and clumsy. I remember cutting myself on the sharp pen once, and not being able to prevent the blood flow. I thought that would be the end of me. Only Wolfram would notice the blood on my hands and get suspicious. No, the self-absorbed fool merely stitched me up and let me go. I sometimes play with the idea of what I would have to do to prove to him that I am a person, but I won't. The monster has other plans. Yeah, wait. How does she, is there a capital? Wait, what capital letters do we have? Belladonna. Mhm. Pink. All right, a T. There should be a T here. Yeah, you can see. You have this like writing that's more like I don't know, like video, right? In cursive and all that. And he's like soulless. Yeah, that's a cool detail. And he's completely soulless. Maybe he's like a bit better because she just realized she could think, right? And she was maybe pretty angry. But here she's angry too, but I don't know.
Thaw the milk, grind the leaves, poison the cat. That was a lot of work to inspect this rather uninteresting ladder.
No question. Proceed. Yeah, I figured he'd be locked. Oh, a journal page. Okay. As my conscience is so hard to read. As my conscience grows stronger, so does my hatred for my husband. Each morning, he brings me down. Oh. Each morning, he brings me with him down to the laboratory and places me in a corner. There, I'll stand for the rest of the day, still as a statue, silent as death. Occasionally, he'll throw me a glance or a smile. I find my body smiling warmly back, almost like a reflex, and this indoctrination disgusts me. I am a I'm a living decoration, a breathing statue of flesh, his wound-up toy bride. But little does he suspect my darting across the room, secretly and attentively following his smallest movements. I carefully memorize every step he takes, every note he writes down, every tiny detail of his ghoulish discovery. If only he knew how fast I am learning, or what a willing student I am. As of late, he even picked up the habit of explaining his scientific work aloud. It helps him think, I suppose, and I nod and smile and give him little encouraging laughs at all the right places. He's muttering his darkest secrets to me, and I drink it all up. Oh, if only he knew just how close he brushes with his own demise. Hundreds of times each day, he's close enough to me for my hands to reach up and snap his neck. My strong fingers around his throat, slowly squeezing his precious light out of him. No matter how close he stands, my arms will not move. I'm a prisoner in my own corpse, staring out through glassy eyes, but unable to will any action into my own dead limbs. Call for me, and I will walk. Ask me a question, and I will talk. But my rotting brain is unable to form initiatives of its own. I'm a golem following orders. Let with each passing night, my willpower grows. Wait. Oh, that's a why. Yet, with each passing night, my willpower grows stronger. I write my thoughts down diligently and practice my mental capacities with all the resolve I have. The results are slow but reliable. One day soon, I will have the tenacity to strike. And as soon as the time comes, strike I will. One of these days, his lovely life-size doll will certainly find the power within within her to execute a swift revenge. Last one, or from her journal, this one more. Proceed to next room. We never use this key. Wardrobe.
That's a big wardrobe. I
Yes.
bet you could hide a corpse in there. Actually, I better not open it and check.
Oh, I want to open it. Locker. I want to find the last
Let's take a look inside.
tiny keyhole.
The lid is shaped like a heart and
Alright.
has a tiny keyhole.
I never used
Whatever's inside must be very precious.
never used this. Wood lantern, for that matter.
The mirror is completely shattered. I think someone in here didn't really like their reflection.
Maybe that's you. Alright. That must be
Is she
a girl?
dead? She doesn't move a muscle, yet she sits upright.
Oh, wait.
She's like a mannequin of human flesh.
What is the? What if? Okay, what if she? What if she got her willpower back and she dug up his her dead girlfriend and he brought her back to life? Journal
A
page.
note.
Failure. The attempt was a failure. I could not lure my lost lover back into her deceased corpse, and my preparations in vain. All alone now. No one to turn my key. Yep, I figured. Yeah.
I wonder if this key fits.
What is that? I see a rope.
Coils of rope. I wonder why we're keeping rope in the bedroom.
I don't know.
There's a key
The
hidden
key.
inside.
Oh, do
A
I?
very important one.
Window. Let's look out the window first.
At least the view is nice from up here.
So technically they're alive as long as the key's in there.
Clara, it really is you.
Oh,
I
that's
was
her.
so certain I'd never see you again. You didn't wake up.
I woke up. I've been wandering lost ever since, trying to find out what's going on.
How are you feeling? Do you remember me?
I have no memories of you, or of myself. But I found some notes lying around. I can only assume you're the one called Belladonna?
I am Belladonna, murdered and reanimated by Dr. von Trauerschloss.
Wait, she's Belladonna?
At first a mindless mechanical doll, but I slowly regained control over my brain.
I thought we were Belladonna.
And when the time was right, I broke free.
I saw the doctor's body.
Yes, I crushed his skull. Standing over his blood-soaked remains, I was free at last.
But where did I come from? If he was dead,
So she's the maid.
was it you who brought me back?
Yes, my love. You were the only thing on my mind as I stood there, alone and victorious. I had secretly watched the doctor's process, and I desperately wanted to believe that I could get you back.
That actually
I
makes a bit
unearthed
more
your grave
sense.
and carried your dead body down to the laboratory. I did everything right, to the smallest detail, but you didn't wake up. And my time was running out. I can't turn my own key, and now that I was alone in the castle, I knew my life force would run out quickly. But for all my effort, you remained dead, and with no one to keep me vital, I eventually sat down here and just stopped.
But I did wake up.
Yes, apparently you did. Your body had been in the ground for quite some time. Perhaps that made the reanimation process slower, but with your key powering your brain directly, you did not have to go through the drawn-out, sluggish wake-up. I take it your cognitive powers and language have been with you from the start.
Well, yes.
Excellent. Then I have even improved on the doctor's method. but I doubt independent thinking and free will was ever in his interest to reproduce.
Do you think you could do it again?
Create more of us, you mean?
Oh, so technically it
I
wasn't her
hold the
cat.
secret of life and death, and I plan to use it. The experimentations must continue.
And the two of us will have no place in this world.
Quite right. So, we'll make us a place. Dead bodies will never be in short supply. We'll make more of our kind, a whole new race of the damned.
Where do we start?
I know
Yeah,
for a
she's
fact
quite
that there's a
ambitious.
fresh body lying out there in the Great Hall.
The doctor.
His flesh, at least. We won't be using his wretched brain. I've already destroyed it in any case. But the body will do. We will have to find a few other ingredients. Will you help me?
Of course I will.
So we are playing as
Thank
the
you, my
maid.
love. I'll carry the body down to the laboratory and start with the preparations. And in the meantime, you can help me with a few other things. The doctor's brain is completely destroyed. I made sure of that. I don't think any of us want his villainous brain back amongst us. We're going to need to find a new one. Secondly, we will also need some clockwork parts. We have to manufacture a force to keep the dead body going. Thirdly, not only the brain, but also the head and the cranium were damaged. If we can find a new head, that would save a lot of reconstructing
skull.
effort.
Brain?
I saw a brain preserved in alcohol down in the laboratory.
Oh, you did? That's good.
Whose
That,
brain is
my
it?
dear, is the brain of baby Lucas.
Oh, his son?
Your son?
Lucas was never buried. The doctor had the body cremated very quickly and thus incinerated all
Oh, so
the
she'll bring
evidence
her
that
son
the corpse
back.
was not
Ooh.
complete. He'd stolen the brain and kept it for himself. I don't know what he claimed about not planning on resurrecting his child, but the truth is that he kept the brain all the same.
Now you want your child back.
And now you want your child back?
No, my dear. It's just a brain. I wanted you back, so I took great care to preserve your personality. But this brain is young and has been dead for very long. I suppose the creation will be my child, in a way, but not my son Lucas.
Clockwork.
Clockwork?
Yes, we need something to supply the body with the force to move. We can't make the heart beat again, so we use the spring-loaded clockwork. In the future, we'll have to think of a source of parts more reliable than salvaging old-time pieces.
Oh, there's a
That'll
clock.
do for now.
Yeah. Wait, I need to be a bit really quick though and keep going. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Also, that can be it as well. Alright. Alright, you can see the game. See. You hear? Alright, perfect. I see.
I see.
Thank you.
A head.
Will we need to find a fresh human head?
Yes, I've smashed up the head of Wolfram rather frivolously. I'm afraid it's beyond rescue. I was thinking of my grandmother, Francesca Canosa. I'm sure you've seen her portrait in the study.
Oh yeah, we know where the
She was
mausoleum
buried
is.
some time ago, but her cranium should be sufficiently preserved. She rests in the mausoleum in the cemetery outside, but there is a hidden way into the tomb behind the armor in the basement.
Well, not about the hidden thing, but about something being up with the armor. Mom's head.
Grandmother, will it not cause problems to attach a woman's head to a man's body?
No, I don't see how it would make any difference in this new race of ours. We do not even reproduce sexually, so not even that significance is relevant.
Reproduce sexually?
What do you mean we don't reproduce sexually? How do you know?
I spent quite some time with Wolfram dead and mindless, you know. I can safely say that, though we do experience all the physical sensations of intercourse, we cannot become pregnant or bear children.
I see.
I see. I'll go take a look behind the suit of armor.
Thank you.
Will we...
Yes, I've smashed up the head of Wolfram rather frivolously.
Was it Francesca's portrait you saw in the study?
Was it Francesca's portrait I saw in the study?
Yes, Francesca Canosa was my grandmother. My family moved to this country several generations ago. My father, named Hugo, gave me the name Belladonna to allude to our ancestry. I was the last of the Canosas, and I acquired the name von Trauerschloss through marriage. And now, well, now I'm not very concerned with human family names. We will not reproduce in a mother-daughter kind of way, so what use will we have of family names?
Behind the armor, you
I'll go
see.
take a look behind the suit of armor.
Thank you.
No
Some
questions.
things have been puzzling me.
They used to have hair.
Did I used to have hair?
You had beautiful hair. Unfortunately, I had to shave it all off in order to operate on your head and open your cranium.
Yet you're not bald.
Yet you're not bald.
I was revivified directly after my death, when my body was still fresh. You, my dear, had been in the ground for quite some time. I had to reconstruct large parts of your decomposed corpse.
That explains the metal construction holding together my skull.
I have my fair share of screws and bolts myself, but they are carefully hidden. I opted to sacrifice your pretty hair so that I could work more on preserving your brain, something the good doctor did not do for me.
Will it go back? Most
Will it
likely
grow
not.
back?
I don't rightly know. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
I
That's
want
something
to ask
else.
something else.
I'm here for you.
What is this I'm
What is
wearing?
this I'm wearing?
I'm so sorry about that. I covered you in scraps and bandages I found in the laboratory. I had to cut open and discard most of what you were buried in order to stitch you up.
So
I want
she...
you to know that my plan was to be right next to you when you woke up, to help you understand and to find a proper dress. I'm so sorry it didn't come to pass like that.
So, is she just... Does she not have organs? Like, look how old she is. I feel like she doesn't have so much organs. No way in here I killed a cat. She would not be happy to hear
On my
this,
way
but
in
alright.
here, I killed a cat. It was in my way and it felt so natural to just dispose of it. It worries me a bit.
How so?
I may have a functional brain, but what about a soul? Shouldn't there be something in me stopping me from hurting others? Or at least making me feel bad about it?
You're right. It did come very natural for me to murder my husband. But I'm not too worried about this. I have no desire to commit unnecessary killings, and I do have control over my actions.
What if you raise an army of cold-hearted mass murderers?
What if you're raising an army of cold-hearted mass murderers?
They won't be mass murderers any more than you and I. And besides, Why should we prioritize the lives of the living above the lives of the dead?
Alright, there's one
I
more
wanna
question.
ask
Let's ask it
something
and
else.
we'll go
I'm
get the
here
stuff.
for you.
Why did you put this wind-up mechanism
Why
in my
did you
head?
put this wind-up mechanism in my head? Yours is in your back.
Yes, the damned doctor had placed my wind-up mechanism in my back. It goes straight into my chest and heart, giving me a strong central of power. But it is placed outside my own reach.
So you can't turn it yourself?
So, you can't turn it yourself?
No, I can't. I have to depend on others. That's why I chose to put the key in the back of your head, well within reach of your own hands. I know what it means to not be in control of your own existence, and I will never put someone else in the situation I'm in.
So is it so they can turn themselves off?
Thank you.
Of course.
I want
Alright,
to ask something
let's get on.
else.
We're
I'm
missing
here
one
for you.
piece of
I'll
Alright,
start looking for
we
the
did
objects
everything.
then.
Thank you. Come talk to me if there's something you're unsure about.
We're missing this piece, which I feel like we'll find in the end. So that's Belladonna. Alright, we're not Belladonna, with the maid that you fell in love with. Okay.
That's a big wardrobe. I bet you could hide a corpse in there. Actually, I bet
Alright,
that's a big
oops.
wardrobe.
Let's do the battle real quick. A bit bigger. I mean, let's give these guys some damage, maybe. Or I don't think I gave this guy damage. It's fine. Oh, let's bomb anyway. Not maybe. Alright, let's go. I feel like we might not do it again. Yeah, we'll have to try again. The army we're facing is so big compared to what we have. Alright, let's try again. At least it's not bringing it down. Oh, he's still there. Still cleaning himself. Let's go for Barbarian. Nice. Alright, you know what? I'll go for Rogue. It's only 3 now. Perfect. From 60 to 3. Okay, let's roll. You can see the game. Perfect. So take her head. I'm pretty sure her head will fit. Wait. What doesn't make sense though is, and she killed him, right? But does she need the key? Okay. Two questions. Does the key need to keep turning for her to stay alive, or if she can stay alive for a certain amount of time after the key is taken out? That sounds more logical because the key was in that box locked, right? So he must have locked it after he must have taken it out and locked it. Yeah, she said that she put it in herself. She couldn't put it in herself, so that means, yeah. So they can go some time without the key in there. That's how the doctor kept her. Also, why does this look like this? This looks kind of suspicious. I can't look down. There you go. Also, the door is literally just broken down. I need the brain. It's kind of high.
The body of a deranged murderer, the decomposed head of an old lady, the brain of a small child. How could this possibly go wrong?
True. Nice. Brain looks. Oh yeah, we need the body, right? Yeah. We'll probably put the body in there. Maybe it's sort of armor.
Belladonna was right. There is a secret switch behind Roland the Poet.
Secret
It's too dark
entrance.
down there. I won't see my hands in front of me unless I light the crypt up first.
I have a lantern.
I can't just drop the lantern into the hole. It's gonna break when it hits the bottom. if
Oh,
there is a bottom. I'll just tie this rope to the lantern.
we still haven't used the end of stick. Oh,
Yes, I can lower the lantern into the hole.
yeah.
Amazing. I must be directly underneath the mausoleum in the
Oh,
cemetery.
what is that? Journal page. That's the last journal page.
I can't believe it. It's another letter. How did it end up down here?
Clara Stieber. Wait, that's her? That's a letter from her. Dum dum dum. After insistent probing from my lady Belladonna, I too take to the pen come evening. Wait, I too take to the pen come evening. The scribbling does not come as readily for me as it does for her. Yet I do not do most certainly see the appeal in the activity. So much has happened in my life of late. My brain is overflowing with joy and secrets and disorder. If I manage to write down a map of but a fraction of it all, that would be an enormous relief. Verily, it all centers around Belladonna, this queen regent of the castle, who has turned her benevolent face towards me and thus filled my person with happiness that previously thought unimaginable. I still remember the first time I saw her, standing next to her husband, when I took up work in the household, and I remember how she seemed to me to glow. The two of them lost a child shortly after that, and the tragedy would linger in the castle for a long time. All the other servants started to leave one by one. As much as I wanted to, I found myself unable. I kept postponing my departure with each new day, and I found myself dancing around Belladonna's flame, down to it as strongly as I had been from the first glance. That first glance. By the time she finally recovered from her melancholy, I was the only one left in the castle. And it was at this time the miracle happened. Belladonna saw me in a new way. This tempestuous affair, helping and world-shaking, and so quiet, so hidden. The castle is ours to rule as we please, but only as long as we do not arouse the suspicion of the grave robbing goblin in the basement. Right. It's as if I have stepped into one of the fairy stories my grandmother used to tell me. But Nana's stories always ended with someone losing their head or being eaten alive. Yep, that's you. Though seemingly everlasting, this place of ours, a seed of doubt is growing in my heart. Belton is married, after all, and who am I to break their wedlock? Theirs is not a happy union, true, but I am seducing my love to break a vows and soil her soul. And what wretched ruin will that bring upon us? For a long while, Belladonna was all I dreamed about, my queen and goddess, and my deep wish was for her to let me into her life and let me worship her. I thought I would give up anything for that, but now that I'm here, I wonder if I have sacrificed too much. Belladonna comes from high society, and she doesn't realize just how much she takes for granted. It is still clear who is the lady and who is the servant. Can I keep on living like this, or will I have to do the unthinkable and leave her? I made Belladonna promise not to read anything I wrote. And looking at what I have just put down in ink, the weight of that promise is clear, forged into words, thoughts I did not know I had, and it is vital that these pages remain secluded from prying eyes. Secrets upon secrets. I shall hide this letter inside the old armor in the basement, whom I call Ronald the Bard, I doubt anyone will find it. I'm descending into that dungeon as soon as I'm done here. Now hide this note on my way, as the master has asked me to fetch for him a certain platform from certain plant from the greenhouse. As strange as this whole situation is, I must still obey his request, if only to keep up appearances. The only letter from her. I won't be the only one only before she died. Angel statue.
Another angel. Are you the third sibling? What did you do to get put down here? Is your name Gwendolyn?
The
Here's
Kafkas.
Francisca's coffin, but the lid is much too heavy for me to lift.
I have an idea.
Maybe I could break it open? But
Yep.
I'll
No,
need some sort
I
of
have
big
definitely
hammer or
able to
mace for
work.
that.
See. It'll still work.
The things one does for love.
She does not look very well.
You look very peaceful, but I do so need your head.
That's
How
it.
shall I remove it? With some surgical tool from the laboratory, perhaps?
Wait a minute. There's bloody here. Bloody. Oh, hello.
Don't you worry, little pile of flesh and bones. We'll soon have you up and walking again.
Hi.
Welcome to the Lab of Horrors.
Oh, purple parts. I have the
I
brain.
have the brain.
Well done. Please give it to me.
I found something else in the crypt. Another note. One I'd written myself when I was alive. I think we need to talk.
What is the matter, dear?
Dot dot dot.
It's just... forget it. It doesn't matter. Let's focus on what we're doing here.
Yes, let's get this creation moving.
I'll get going.
Oops.
The toolbox is empty.
Oh, the lever crunk. What are the tools?
It never moves when I look at it, but it just sort of twitches in my periphery.
Let's go.
I'll call it Uric.
Oh, good. We need some tools. Oh, hi, this is saw. Also.
Ooh, surgical tools. Shiny.
Let's go up first. Get the global parts. We'll come back down. Exit. Oh, there's just blood now.
This faithful screwdriver will do the trick.
Yep.
Time to turn this old clock into a slightly peculiar wardrobe.
We got clockwork. Nice. Now let's go get the head. Oh, that sounds weird. Again. What came in after this? I don't know how long it is, but it doesn't look, I don't know, that long. We got all the journal pages, and there hasn't been any new areas. Also, look at this. Look at the markings. That looks like this has been part of some, like, siege or something. Secret entrance. I'm sorry, but
Now to carefully
need that.
remove the head. It's remarkably well preserved. I'm so sorry.
Severed head. He does not look very well. Yeah, not the best shape, but you know what? Might do. Alright. One second, one second. Continue to the battle. 1 second. just keep going. I have Francesca's
I
head.
have Francesca's head.
Well done. Just give it to me and I will attach it to the neck.
I took some parts from the old clock.
I took some parts from the old clock.
Well done. Let me put them into the creation.
Okay, going.
I'll get going.
Aren't we done?
Don't you worry, little pile of flesh and bones.
Oh, I need to give
Thank
them
you,
time.
dear.
Oh, no.
Thank you, dear.
That's so.
Thank you, dear. The creation is complete. All we need to do now is force life into these dead limbs. That big switch on the wall initiates the procedure. Will you have the honor, my dear?
Gladly.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
The time has come.
Oh,
I've wanted
lever.
to pull this thing since the first time I saw it.
So blast.
It's alive.
The end. So we created an army. Ooh. Oh, even the cat is right. That's cool. So she started an army of the dead. Yo, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. She started a freaking army of the dead. And cat is revived. Wait. One person has programmed it. That's voices. Database. Technically, you do have only female characters, well, female voices. Music. Yeah, it's a one-person game. That's pretty cool for a game made by like 3 people, one on well, 2 doing music and voices. That's pretty cool. All right, well we have some time, so let's start blasphemous. Wait 1 sec. Let me change the category now.